Carson, what's going on, family? Tim, what's going on, brother? Good evening to you, sir. What's going on? Alexa, stop. Oscar, what's going on, brother? How's everybody doing this evening? Hopefully everybody's had a good weekend. Tim, you better know it. Got to support the good, man. Got to support the real. You know, that's what I'm going to do at all times, man. Hopefully you're doing well out there in the West Coast. Horace, what's going on, brother? Shout out to my brother Horace, too, man. Horace Thompson in the building. Pulled up on me yesterday, man. We smoked just a couple of good cigars. Good conversation, man. I really, really appreciate you stopping through the city of the blues, man. And I'm definitely going to try to get in touch with you some kind of way when I get there in September. I definitely am going to find a way to, even if it's for an hour or two, I'm going to touch down and try to stop through a lounge or something and blow a cigar with you, man. Appreciate you stopping through. Like I said, man, I really don't have a whole lot of words to say on it, man. You know, I just really appreciate you and a couple other people that have reached out in the past, have talked about some things or reached out to me about some particular topics. So really appreciative of you stopping through. Had a great time yesterday. Smoked some good cigars. Smoked one of the cigars I'm a really big fan of. It. Like I've said before, I've said it publicly. I don't care what anybody says. That Soapbox is a good cigar. Boxworthy cigar. If you have not smoked the Soapbox by Dissident, make sure you smoke that cigar. I think it's a boxworthy cigar. Brother Horace is in the building. He could tell you that he agrees with me too. It's a great cigar. AMR in the building. What's going on? Carlos, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Hit that dislike, man. You know, whether you like me or dislike me, you're watching. RM Jr., what's going on, man? Hey, what's going on? You know, it's kind of funny. I've been seeing your name too for quite a long time, and I thought about that. I'm like, man, I feel some type of way, not in a bad way, because I'm a RM Jr. too, or technically the second. But I hope you all are doing well, man. Want to let you guys know that me and Eric did do some shooting yesterday. Finna get ready to elevate this game a little bit more. We're finna get ready to change it up a little bit. Y'all know I have fun with this shit, man. Y'all know I like doing what I do, man. I'm privileged, man. I'm in a blessed position that not a lot of people are in. Not a lot of people want to be in it, but I'm here and I'm enjoying it. And like I said, don't really have any topics tonight. I know a lot of people ask me questions and stuff all the time, but just figured this might be a little quick live stream to see if anybody had any particular questions or anything they want to answer. So I'm gonna finish up this little last bit of wine I had. Shout out to my brother Thomas and his family that pulled up on me. We cooked a little bit of food, hung out, had a good time. I probably will pull out a little short Corona or Robusto, something that's not gonna take a lot of time. But I do want to tell all you guys that all the people that are really here supporting, like obviously you guys that are here, 11 o'clock at night my time. And here's the thing that I always want to say too. Let me just go ahead and say this out on the limb. I do shit on purpose. I go up live randomly. I go up live when I want to. I don't do any promotion. I don't do anything like that. I'm going up this time. I don't do it. I don't want to, because I want to see who the people that are really there supporting me, period. I'm not going to tell you when I'm going live. I'm not going to tell you when I'm releasing a review. I don't care. If you catch the playback, hey, you still right there with me too, because I know everybody has families, they got stuff going on, but I'm over that shit, man. I'm not finna. If you're rocking with me, you're gonna rock with me. If you're not, it's cool. So Big shout out to everybody that's there that's gonna catch the playback. Big shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. We're gonna do what we do, man. I'm at that level. I'm in that mindset now that the real is gonna just surpass the bullshit and the fakeness. We're gonna thrive regardless. So I want y'all to know I'm riding with y'all, man. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in tonight. Like I said, ask your questions. I'm gonna try to answer what I can, and we'll go from there. Derek, that is I have smoked a home. I think that's a great cigar. I was actually telling Brother Horace about that. He's in the chat. I'm glad he's in there too. I'm glad you made it home safe too, brother. That's the only other cigar in that lineup. I like it's not that I don't like the cigar, the rest of the cigars in the dissident lineup, but the home and the soapbox are the two cigars that I think that are really good. So I did smoke the home and I really like this cigar. The soapbox is still my favorite cigar that they do from that lineup. So. And shout out to my brother Og too, man. Y'all make sure we pay attention to the real. We pay attention to the real. We support the real out there, man. I'm just on I don't know, man. I've been on this hiatus for about 2 months, and my mind is more clear. It's uncluttered from bullshit. I've stopped watching a lot of bullshit that I was watching at first. Stopped fucking with a lot of people that I was fucking with at first. I don't care anymore, man. I'm just gonna do what I do, and everything else is gonna be a ghost to me, man. Because I say this, and I'm gonna say this too, man. I don't want anybody thinking, oh, he's in his feelings or anything like that. It ain't about that. I'm a creative person. Eric's creative. We got ideas and stuff, and I think with the people that I'm watching now, I'm gonna be able to stay in tune with what's going on in the community and stay up to date. Of course, you guys know, as I've said, reading is fundamental. I do a lot of reading anyway, whether it's YouTube or without YouTube or not. So for me, I'm just cutting out a lot of excess fat, man. I only want the meat. I want grade A meat. I'm done watching fat. So heavy smoke. Let me see. Horace, you already know how I feel about that. I said that's a box-worthy cigar for me, night in and night out. Justin, what's going on, family? McKeish, what's going on? Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate that, man. That's how I'm gonna be, and I'm really glad that you got a chance to pull up on me, and a couple of people that got to meet me in Las Vegas too. Like I said, I always try to preach that. I always try to say, like in the words of the late great Barry White, practice what you preach. If it's me, how you see me right here is how I'm gonna be in person, man. It's not any fake energy or anything like that. It's kind of a take it or leave it kind of deal. It is what it is. I feel like when I came on to the job I'm on, I was 23 years old, and I feel like at that point, I feel like I had a lot of growing up to do. And I grew up really fast and got put in a lot of situations. Shout out to everybody that's in the military right now too. Not saying that in particular, but I definitely know people that are in the military are put in a lot of positions that maybe they weren't really accustomed or thought that they would be in such a quick amount of time. I feel like being a first responder, you're in the same situation. That being said, put in a lot of situations that I never would have thought I would have been in. Also, of course, being a father, being a husband does that as well too. But I'm in a completely good mindset right now, man. I'm completely loving life. I'm loving where my head is at right now. Like I said, I feel like, and I'll address that in the video that's coming up soon. I feel like we all go through some down times, some depression. It is what it is, man. You got to be comfortable with saying that I'm comfortable no matter who's in front of me asking that. I've never been afraid to say I'm down today or I'm not feeling the best today. But at the same time, that's why I always say you need to be driven and never motivated, because motivation comes from, for me, I feel like a lot of motivation can come from other people. And I feel like a lot of times for me personally, I feel like I try to self-drive myself out of the depression or things that I'm in. I feel like I try to get myself out of them, and I battle, man. I'm a warrior. I feel like I'm a warrior. So I don't even like saying fans or anything. I like saying supporters. I feel like I want my supporters to be the same way. I want them to be self-sufficient and trying to get themselves out of that. Life is all about it's a mental game, and it's It's going to challenge you in more ways than others, more ways than you think will be possible. You'll have people, bullshit ass people around you all the time, bullshit ass situations. Whatever you're in, you gotta try to combat yourself through that. So that's what I'm gonna try to do, and that's what I'm gonna try to preach. And I want good people around me, man. I want positive people. I want creative people. I want people with honesty, integrity. That's what I want around me. Random is the best, like we talked about last week. Facts, Tim. Facts, and that's how I'm gonna be. I know I'm a little bit late on the chat. It's not as many people in here, so the chat isn't moving. But like I've told you guys all the time too, it's never been about numbers. It's never been about being the biggest. I've always just thrived on being myself and knowing that in the end that the people that need to hear the message that'll be there, they're gonna be there. So that's Tim hit it on the head, man. That's why if people that have been following me for a long time, you'll know I used to promote stuff, and I still will. I'm gonna keep it 100 at all times. I'm gonna promote things that are with Black Line Luxuries, samplers, things that they're doing, things that I'm doing, specific things. I'm gonna promote those things because sales are important in it, right? But at the same time, too, live streams, maybe it might be something that I particularly want to talk about or something like that. Or even if it's just a random cigar review, I'm not gonna promote it, man. I feel like, and it might be a negative thing. People might say, man, you might need to do more of it. All right, I'll try to do a little better about certain things like that, but at the same time, I'm still not gonna compromise who I am to get to where I want to go. And at the end of the day, if I feel like I have to compromise who I am, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I have a pretty good life. I had a pretty good life before YouTube started, and I plan on having a pretty good life before or as YouTube ends or whatever the hell you want to call it. That's just me. I don't think a lot of people can say that. A lot of people appear happy, but I think it takes a really strong person to tell you the ups and downs. And then I will say this too. As a content creator, I don't feel like it's their duty as a content creator to allow you or to let you into everything that's involved in their life. And I agree with it. I've talked to a couple of close friends that's like, I don't really talk about a lot of personal stuff going on in my life. Maybe they might not know my children's name. And I respect it. And trust me, the person or people that are going to hear this and know that what I'm talking about, y'all already know how I feel about y'all, man. Y'all know y'all my people. Me, myself, this is just, we all convey things in a different manner, in a different way. Shout out to Coach Etrich, too. I used to be a basketball player, believe it or not, too. But he was one of my basketball coaches as I was a teenager. And what he used to always tell me is, we're here to feed, not to get them full. So in the same sense, I will say this: I will give you guys enough. I know when it's some stuff is too personal. Some stuff everybody doesn't need to know about, and I will say that because I'm not saying anything about the people that are in here now. Some people may genuinely care, but everybody doesn't. Some people are here to be messy. Some people are here to watch and take down notes on their notepad so they can go off and do it tomorrow and do it the same way that you did. Say the same exact words that you said. Cool. We're gonna do it that way too. But yeah, so I'm gonna give the information. I'm gonna give you enough to feed you, but we're not gonna make you full here. But hey, first message, what's going on? Ron, real good evening, brother. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here, man. Everybody hit that like button. Yeah, y'all hit that like or dislike. Danny, what's going on, family? Just got back from my work trip today and reactivated my monthly. My man. Hey, we got a lot of stuff planned. Black Line Select is gonna be rolling out here any day now. So all the select members will be getting that. But of course, like I've told you guys from day one, and I swore by that, all the people that's a part of the regular monthly club, we won't be shortchanging it. If anything, we'll be working harder to make sure that you guys are satisfied as opposed to the guys in the select company. And for lack of better words, I hate to say this, but y'all know me, man. I'm just gonna be honest all the time. I feel like for me, it's gonna be easier to satisfy the people that are in the Black Line Select because I don't have any pullback. There's no reins being pulled. Just put whatever I want in the box, and it ain't no issue. So I feel like it's still more of a challenge to me to fulfill and satisfy the members of the regular company. Now, anybody that's in the select program, don't get it misunderstood. If you think I'm gonna half step on anything I'm doing, you're mistaken. We're gonna be full fledged. Y'all finna see, man. Y'all finna see some of the cigars that we're gonna place in the regular club and the select club. We finna. Y'all know me, man. Y'all know me. Y'all been watching me long by now. It ain't even on no arrogant shit. It's just y'all know what y'all dealing with. Hey, Ron, when are the new subscription boxes going out? Carlos says she'll be going out any day. Bought a couple, but haven't smoked it yet. Better know it, Ock. Better know it, Ock. Shout out to Ock. Shout out to all my brothers in Philadelphia. Shout out to all my brothers in the Northeast. Anybody that's real, and I've said this, and I figured this out probably when I was about 16, 17, 18 years old. Just because you're street don't mean you're real. And if you run across a real motherfucker, that don't mean that he's street. I look at myself that way. I feel like I'm a real motherfucker, but I'm not from the streets. I never had to deal with a lot of people in the streets had to deal with. I never had to do some of the things that they had to deal with. We're not gonna go into detail. It ain't anybody that's been in the streets know what I'm referring to. But at the same time, I feel like I'm full of honor, full of integrity. I'm gonna do the right thing for me by whatever I stand on. I feel like I'm gonna do the right thing. So shout out to everybody that's real out there, period. You could be from the suburbs places and be real. I know plenty of people from the hood. That's some weak ass motherfuckers. I know them. That don't mean that just because you're from the hood don't mean you real. So shout out to everybody that's real, man. I got a party that's Lusitanius in the humidor for special occasion. AMR, what you waiting for? Light that up, man. That's not a special edition cigar. You can buy it anytime. Light that cigar up. You might not be here tomorrow, man. Light the cigar up. Light the cigar up. That's how. Fuck it. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. We're gonna light up something real good today, man. Not because it's a holiday or nothing, no shit like that. We just gonna smoke it because we feel like smoking it. You know what I say? Smoke whatever the hell you want to when you want to. Don't wait on shit, man. Downtime is huge, so necessary. After a while, the real supporters will support, the fake will fade. For sure, Tim, and that's for sure. That's you are me and you talk enough. Like I at this point, if you support me, that's cool. If not, some guy said I felt like I left him hanging. I didn't know what else to tell him, man. I guess I left you hanging there, man. Hey. Junior, what's going on? Family said already shipping. Cowboysm, you already know how it is. Absolutely. Keelan. I'm gonna just charge that to my head, man. You know me being Southern, man. We always say some shit wrong. But Keelan, what's going on, family? Hopefully everything is safe for you over there in Japan. Finally catching the live. I was listening to him after the fact. I appreciate that too, Grant. Like I said, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people catching it during the playback, but like I said, I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all, a lot of people that have been really supporting have been more than patient, and I really appreciate that too, because we all go through some stuff, man. Everybody don't want to speak on it, but I'll be real about it. Shit, we all get depressed at some points in times. Everybody wants to come off sometimes like they positive all the time. It's bullshit, but this video ain't gonna be monetized anyway. Sorry, I ain't talking about nobody, so it'll be all right. Definitely shout out to all the military people. Definitely. You already know what I told you yesterday, too, Horace, and I told Rick the same thing. Shout out to all the veterans out there. And that's my thing too. I've always felt like that too. It might not be the cool thing to say, or I might not seem like the coolest person all the time, but in layman's terms, I really don't give a fuck, man, because all the people that really do fuck with me, they gonna be there regardless, man. So I'm gonna tell y'all like this too, man. shit, I might cold turkey some shit one day. I might just, now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If I ever do decide to completely retire from something, I feel like I do owe it to the people that have been supporting me for a long time. So I would tell you that. But if y'all see me disappear for a week or two, man, shit, trust me, it ain't nothing but Ron just on his shit. Just run on some bull. Y'all could just say it, run on some bullshit. That's fine. But I'm not gonna force no shit, man. I see so many people out there, they just forcing videos out and it just be garbage, man. Just look, dude, just sit back, take a break, wait till you 100% and then get on camera. I'm not gonna get on camera unless I'm 100%, or like now, I'm just sitting here rapping with the people. And it might make some people uncomfortable. A lot of people may not like me, but it is what it is, man. Hey, that's life. That's life. Hey, Rob, what's going on? Our conversation last night inspired me to get off my ass and start my podcast. Hey, you already know I'm gonna support that 100%. Just like you smoke what you like, you got to do what you like. Need for you, fam. So let me look up the size of the Opus X 20th that I'm smoking right now. Some people fake the funk. I don't fake the funk. I'll smoke whatever one the fuck I want to. Let me make sure I see what's. I want to let y'all know this in case. So far, I'm 3 or 4 puffs in. It's a good cigar, but I don't want to misquote anything. Let me tell y'all what size I'm smoking. All right, so today I'm smoking the Arturo Fuente Opus X 20th Anniversary Father and Son. Quite appropriate, man. I love my son. Love my daughter, too. This is a 6 1/4 by 49 ring gauge. That's what I'm smoking today. MSRP on this thing, Dominican Puro, as most of you will know, with the Opus X. MSRP on this, $34. Smoking it and whatever. When is the second wave of Select Club? Prudence, I will find out for you for sure. I know it's full right now, but you already know we will definitely find out. Brother Ron, I pray you reach every goal you set out for bros. Stay positive and keep leading example like you have been doing. What I plan on doing, Fred, is there going to be a Select Club unboxing videos? Yeah, it probably will be, but at the same time, Justin, is kind of, for me, in my opinion, I feel like it may be a little pointless. So what I may do is, you follow me on Instagram, what I'll probably end up doing is I'll post pictures on Instagram, but I almost feel like it's kind of counterproductive on the YouTube side, putting videos out, because I don't know. It's kind of, you know what I mean? Kind of the unboxing stuff that people can't be a part of, but I don't know. Maybe, we're looking at both sides of the spectrum, and you got that one side of it that could look at it like that, where I'm looking at it. But then the other side of it is, it's still publicity for the club and for Black Line Luxuries, which is kind of the ultimate goal. So maybe I'll probably do that too, but I don't know. I feel like the unboxing videos may be watched by people that already watch me and that have already heard about it, or that know about the regular club. So I don't know. I may do an unboxing, or what you may see me do is just kind of how I am now, a random pop-up live, and then I'll talk about the unboxing and some kind of special things that make it a little bit different. So we'll see how it goes. Milwaukee people, what's going on, family? I trust you're going to keep doing you. I appreciate that, man. Paul, what's going on? Mom in the building. Oscar, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, my brother Eric, he's here with me now, but he's born and raised in NYC too. Ian, what's going on, family? Smoked the God of Fire Carlito last night. Excellent cigar. The Carlito and the Series B are the good ones. Anniversario is a very good cigar. It's just very mild. It's a good cigar, though. It's just really, really, really mild. Man, I got some Fuentes in there. I don't smoke a whole lot of them, man. I smoke the 858 Rosado, or you guys know I like the Añejo lineup a lot. So I'll smoke those. These have been sitting around for a while. Like I said, I can't preach something if I'm not practicing it myself. So we just light it up here. Honestly, I think these 20th anniversaries, they're decent cigars, but honestly, there's a few of the regular Opus X that I would prefer over it, especially for the price point. Power Ranger being one, Super Bella Coso being the other. Tomorrow's not promised to none of us. Smoke a good cigar. Smoke your good shit while you can. That's a fact. That is a fact. Bro, I'm free. Bro, I'm from the South too. No one gets my name right. That's why I did EKB on the show. And so I think it's Keelan. I got to make sure, and for me, that's going to take a lot of fucking work, man. I got to just embed in my brain. It's not Kylan, it's Keelan. But shout out to you, brother. You're watching your video reviews, Ron, new subscriber. I appreciate that, man. We're going to be putting out some new stuff here soon. It's going to be we're going to be going completely left from what everybody's doing. But that's what we do. That's what me and Eric take pride in. We take pride in being different, being creative, and being founders, creators of just different styles, man. We just want to be different. At the end of the day, when I do decide to hang the boots up and call it a happy retirement, I want to be able to say if my son starts smoking cigars in 15, 20 years, and I can look back on YouTube and say, man, Pops was kind of a big deal on YouTube. And he'd be like, man, you wasn't shit. And I can go back and tell him like, nah, man, I had some people that really fucked with me. So that's a big deal for me. And all you guys are making this a possibility. Like I said, I remember picking up my first cigar. I never would have thought I even would have had a YouTube channel in the first place, but to have the channel and be doing what I'm doing, it makes me excited. And also I'm gonna tell you what I have more excitement into. I have more excitement in watching other people starting their channels or that have been around longer than me, that have gotten rejuvenation from me or spark. I have a lot more excitement in that too. Sometimes even more than my own self. I like watching other channels flourish. I like watching other channels grow. I like seeing other people giving a lot of love to other channels that have started after me or even before me. Or I like seeing sometimes the channels that even have been around longer than me, that like I've just said, you get that spark. So it's really nice. So Danny, I appreciate that donation, brother, man. You know, it means a lot. And then, Danny, again, too, brother, being a Patreon member. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to all my Patreon members, man. You guys have been solid as hell. Y'all been solid, especially me going through my phases I've been going through. You guys have been staying tight, hanging tight. So I appreciate you guys. Can't speak for anyone else, but I'm here because most people only do the right thing if someone's looking. People I've met through this are more legit. Appreciate that, Danny. Appreciate the donation too, man. Say, man, fuck that. This is YouTube. When the show is ready, it's ready. Keep your mind right. Facts. And that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna keep doing. Good time, brother. Let's see. Been a while. Good to listen in. Hope all is well. Titus, I'm good, brother. I haven't seen you in a while either, man. Hopefully all is well. Man, I cannot get this one side to burn well, man. But so if anybody is just curious, the 20th anniversary to me is the opus with a little bit more refinement to it. You're still getting a lot of nice soft cedar wood. It's a good cigar, man. But is it $35 worth? Do I buy one or two every year? Sure, I buy them every year just to smoke them. But do I smoke cigars every day that I feel like are better than this? Of course. For my palate and what I prefer. I prefer more full body, more flavorful stuff. But I've grown to start appreciating really milder stuff for what they are. And everything is about strategy. You smoke, everything is strategic. So where can I find one of those 20th? Ken, they usually come out a couple of times a year. You just probably have to keep in with your local brick and mortar or wherever you shop at online. I know Black Line does them. If you aren't a Black Line shopper, I'm sure anybody else that you've been frequenting or frequently buying from will probably carry them too. But I know Black Line will carry them when they come in. Thoughts on Provada Cigar Club, more hype than anything, or legit community? Me and Brian actually got a chance to talk for a couple of times while we were in Las Vegas. I don't have any real problems with Brian. I'm not a member of Provada Cigar Club. Never have been a member of Provada Cigar Club. And I feel I don't have a problem with them because I feel like they do so much, or they do a different thing than what we do at Black Line Luxuries, right? So they're focused more on the rare limited age cigars. That's what their niche is. That's what they hone in on. They get more rare limited age stuff. Whereas me and James feel like we want to target the crowd of people that want to smoke good cigars, but they don't mind smoking a good cigar We're going to give it to you at a good price point, and then there's something that you can find over and over and over again, because that's the kind of smokers that me and James are. I'm not really into the rare limited age stuff. Like smoking a 30-year-old Cuban doesn't really get me ready or excite me or anything. I've never been that guy. Like, oh man, this Opus is 20 years old. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. If the cigar still sucks, it sucks. Like, I'm just in it to smoke good cigars, whether it's a year old or whether it's 30 or 40 years old. If the cigar is good, that's what I care about. I don't smoke bands. I don't smoke stuff like that. I just care if the cigar is good. It could be a cigar you can hand me every single month, and it doesn't have a band. If it's a good cigar, you got me. So everybody's not going to be the same, though. You know, some people enjoy this. Some people, like I said, I enjoy reading. Some people like stories. Some people like looking at even something like this, the Opus X band. They look great. They're just great. You have all different kinds of smokers, so I feel like that's the beauty of it all. Everybody's kind of different, but me and Brian don't have any problem. We're good. Me and Brian are good. Don't have any problems with them. You think this Cohiba Series M is bullshit? I actually don't, man. I actually smoked it a couple times. What I think is bullshit. I think the price is bullshit, but I think the cigar actually isn't that bad. Now, and anybody that's very close to me, Ak is in the chat. Maybe he's still in the chat. He knows this too. He can co-sign this. I've been standing by that cigar, saying that it's a good cigar. What I don't like about it is that it costs $30. I disagree wholeheartedly with the price. But no, I don't think the cigar is bad. Danny, that might not be a bad idea. I've been doing so much damn talking, man. I've been letting this Opus X go out and burn bad, but y'all know it is what it is. That might be a good idea, Danny. Maybe I might do something like that. The best I've had was the Don Carlos. Those are good. Name 2 cigars I should get or have right now. Dissident Soapbox, Illusione Alt 10 or Hope 10. Those are 2 cigars you should definitely track down and smoke. Man, hey, and so I know me and Ox palate is pretty close. He likes pepper. I like pepper. We both like strong cigars. But I think at the end of the day, you know what I really respect, and he was one of the opinions I valued really closely when I released, or when me and James decided to release the blend for the DBL Ron Real Black Line collaboration cigar. So, of course, I know some people are going to like it. Some people may not like it, but there are certain people I listen to there for their opinions. And Ak was one of those guys because I know he's a very aggressive smoker like I am. Likes full body, likes a lot of strength. So when he messaged me and gave me the feedback on that cigar, I knew he had something good because he hit it right on the head for me. Not a very strong cigar, and it's not, but the flavor is good. And I said, I agree 100% with you. I don't think it's a strong cigar, and everybody knows. Probably anybody thinking that I'm a blend the cigar, especially with strength being in my rating. Heaven forbid that be in my rating. People think that, oh, when he blends something, it's going to be too strong or whatever. That's not a strong cigar, but I'll stand by that blend every day of the week. Every day of the week. And for those that have not smoked it, and this is not me trying to plug that away, but just as I'm thinking about that, Black Line Luxuries, last time I checked, did have some of those cigars available for the public. So if you are interested in smoking that cigar, check out Black Line Luxuries, and you will be able to buy singles, 5-packs, or a bundle of 10. Smoked the Zen by Nish Patel earlier. Have you tried it? Prudence, I don't think so. I'll have to see the band. If I did, I smoked a lot of Rockies when I first started smoking, but it's been quite some time, so I'd have to see bands to see if I recognize it. Pledge and Mil Diaz, both fantastic cigars. Legit community. Any cigar shops you recommend for someone coming on vacation in the U.S. that has a great selection? It depends on Swish or Sweet. It depends on where you're going to be at. I can't really speak on a lot of areas because I had some shops I have not been to, especially like on the East Coast. But I also know that there's a lot of smokers on the East Coast, so I'm not sure. There might be somebody in the chat that'll be able to help you more specifically with it. I can help you if you are in Memphis, or I can recommend a spot if you are like in northern Alabama where my brother Carson is at. I can tell you for sure where you can find some good cigars. I can tell you if you're in Pennsylvania or in the Philadelphia area for sure where you can find some. But just loosely, going to be kind of hard. You have to let me know where you're going to be touching down at. Ken, I appreciate that, brother. Oro Oscuro is my favorite opus. Those are pretty good. I do like those. I just don't like the price of them, man. That's yeah. They're good cigars. I just don't like the price. I'm unreasonably excited for my 10s to arrive. Ken. Man, I love Fuente, but I ain't spending crazy on it. Listen to Shark and yeah, facts. I love being a member of Provada and Black Line Luxury. 2 different goals for each club, and both communities are helpful and supportive. That's what it's all about. Soki, what's going on, family? I ain't seen you in a minute. Hopefully you and the family are doing well. Uncle Lee in the building. What's going on, let's see. Good to see everybody giving Unc some love. Hey man, how's it going with blending? My interest has grown in leaves and flavor notes recently. Keelan, gonna be working on some future projects here shortly. Probably you might be seeing some stuff towards the end of the year, beginning of next year. But as I said kind of publicly in the last couple of videos, I think what I'm going to end up doing, or what I want to venture into doing, is I want to take the blending. I still want to become a blender, and then I want to take the blending skills and start my own company. So that's going to be the goal for me. Who knows, maybe in 5 or 10 years, you guys may be all reviewing some of my cigars and talking about how good or bad they are. But that's the goal for me now, is I want to become a blender, and then I want to start my own company. That's where my interest is lying at. Will Black Line have a 50 count sampler coming out eventually? A 50 cigar count sampler? I don't know, man. Appreciate you, Unc, man. Hey, weirdos, man. Whole 10 for sure. Great cigar, always consistent. Justin, that's a hard choice. I would say grab both of them, man. Fuck it, just grab both of them. Both of them are great. The Eprenay 10th anniversary D'Asto is a fantastic cigar. The Oak 10 is another great cigar. Those are cigars, if I could afford it, I would smoke them every day. Those are both great cigars. Monty 35. Unc said, what's up, everyone? Just getting in, so I'm hanging in the back. Hey, Unc, you hanging in the back, huh? Darrell, what's going on, man? I was at Smokers Abbey yesterday. I don't get there too often, but I was hanging out with Brother Horace there yesterday. I usually do a lot of smoking at the house. That's where I've kind of cornered myself into my own house. Let's see. Cigar Snob, what's going on? Have you tried both Vitolas of the Hope 10? I've smoked all 3 different sizes of them. They all are good. All 3 of those are good. Brother Mathis, what's going on? Geraldine, I don't know. You said earlier, could you hang yourself? And now you're saying, can you gang yourself? I'm going to be honest. If you could educate us on ganging yourself, I would be interested in hearing it. I don't think you could do that, though. Has anybody in the chat ever ganged themselves? If you have, let me put in the chat if you ganged yourself, and I need a full description of what that even means. I've never heard of ganging myself, so we'll see what anybody says. Hey, Unc, you know what I say? I say fuck them too, but at the same time, I'm like, shit, if you getting up at 11:30 at night, Central Standard Time, to come on and troll, shit, what they say about me? Savage, you saying what? That's what, it's a person in the chat that just said they gained themselves. So man, I ain't never heard of no shit like that. Favorite celebrity that smokes? MJ, nah. Favorite celebrity that smokes cigars? I don't know. I'm gonna have to sit and think on that, man. I was really surprised to find out Dominique Wilkins smoked. No. I take that back. I'm gonna be biased because I got a chance to meet him, and he's a very down to earth person. Very down to earth. My favorite celebrity that smokes cigars is Ed Reed, former safety from the Baltimore Ravens. Favorite celebrity. Favorite celebrity that smokes. Sammy, I'm like you. He's saying that. I'm like, hanging gang. What are you saying? If you're gonna troll it, like I tell people all the time, if you're gonna troll, be good at it. Don't be trash at it. Be a good troll. Make me kind of sit back and stop talking and think a little bit. Be good at trolling. As you sitting there at home watching on your computer, thinking about how much you hate me or how much you like me, because the fact that you're watching a live stream when I was completely unannounced means that you're subscribed to the channel. So you're actually a fan. But you got to be better at trolling, man. I like being creative. Say something that's gonna make me kind of, shout out to my grandfather, the late great Robert McCoy. Make me be a little creative in my comebacks. Don't come with this stale shit. Okay, Cam, you gonna see it soon. You gonna definitely see it ASAP. Gang, Ganging oneself is illegal in 37 states and Puerto Rico. You taught me something there, Danny. Yeah, Ed's cool, man. Ed's super laid back. I like that non-Hollywood stuff too. So say no to trash. That's why I say if you go, and I'm gonna tell anybody in the chat, if you're gonna be a troll or somebody, be a good troll, man. Be creative. Say some creative stuff that make the content creator or whoever you troll and kind of that they're gonna look at the comment and laugh. Make them laugh. Make it be good. You can't be a trash troll. Some of this stuff just whack, man. When people genuinely ask, why do you smoke? What's your response? I smoke because it's relaxing to me. So like I said, the sayings that I say is not false. I smoke because it's a relaxing and enjoyable thing for me. I call these mini vacations. So I don't get to travel as much as I would like. So every time I light up a very good cigar and I enjoy it, that's a mini vacation for me. It kind of takes me back to when my feet are in the sand. I'm drinking me a nice cocktail or some bourbon or scotch, and I'm smoking me a good cigar. So I smoke cigars because I smoke, and I'll mention this in the upcoming video. Cigars for me are very unconditional, meaning that cigars don't have a thought process. They don't care if I'm a good or a bad person. They don't care if I'm shitty or not. They're there regardless. Whether I pick them up and cut them and light them, that's what they're there for. Whether I'm having a great day or a shitty day or whatever, they're there. So cigars for me are very important. Very rarely will I go a day without smoking a cigar. Usually it's not by choice. It's kind of by something going on. If by choice, I'm going to smoke multiple cigars a day. They've been very consistent for me in my life in the past 6 years. Even when I stopped drinking for almost 2 years, cigars were always a part of my life. And they probably will be a part of my life until I die. This is just something I'm committed to. So Sim troll lives, man. Yeah, y'all give him hell in the chat, man. Make him feel like an idiot. Favorite celebrity that smokes is me, a true Leaf legend. Better know it. Is the select ready? Mathis, I talked to James earlier this week. They are going out this week or early next week, I want to say. So they should be out. They should be out soon. I do need to hit Aruba, man. Shout out to my brother Levon. He went there probably 4 or 5 years ago, and I remember him telling me how good Aruba was, man. I definitely need to hit Aruba up. Smoking is like meditating. I only have a hard time explaining this to my kids. And you know what? It's funny. My son will see me smoking now. He's like, "You smoking a cigar?" And I'll say, "Yes." He's like, "Okay." And he'll just run and walk off. It's like he understands. Serious question. Best way to deal with your youngster when she approaches you with the daddy, what you doing? I'm the only cigar smoker in my circle. And my recommendation would be always be honest with them. Just tell them daddy's smoking a cigar. And if you say, why do you smoke a cigar? Just be honest with them, whether it's like, I like smoking cigars or da-da-da-da. Kids are very big sponges. And I think in the long run, they receive honesty, again, like people should. They receive honesty and integrity very favorable. My son used to really bother me when I was doing smoking cigar, but now it's like he sees me so much, he just understands what it is. So he'll come out here or whatever and we'll talk for a few seconds. He'll run in. So I would just say, quote unquote, dealing with it is just when they approach you, just say, hey, Dad, smoking a cigar right now. Give me about an hour or whatever, and I'll be back in there to play with your toys or something with you. Just be straightforward with them. I just think when you try to code it, I think it could be a bad thing. So just be honest with them. Just look at them straight in their face and their eyes and just say, and hold it to them, Dad, smoking a cigar. You know. And I think you'd be really surprised by how receptive they are to it. Top 5 this week: Pichardo Maduro, Louisiana Oat 10, Crown Heads Mil Diaz LE, Warp Don Ronaldo, 46 ring gauge, the Regalo size, and shout out to Smoking Lead. Smoked the Amazon Basin the other day and forgot how great that, or didn't forget, but just having smoked one of those cigars. Another thing too, man. Shout out to the fellow Black Lion sponsees, Smoking Lead. Let me look and see where they are, man. We need to get this done. We need to get this done. I don't think they hit 1,000 subscribers yet. I told y'all they doing a giveaway, and I'm gonna give away some stuff. I'll give away some cigars too, and they hit 1,000. They are at 992 subscribers. We need that at 1,000 before I get off this computer. Need 8 people to go over there and subscribe to them. You from the M? Have you ever heard of Lane? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I got some good friends that went to Lane and Jackson. Born and bred, man. Born and bred. My grandsons are already asking when can they start. and so I think when you're honest, you can remain honest with them all the time. It's like, when can I smoke? When you grown, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. But until then, no. I actually got a bottle of Old Forester birthday bourbon. So that bourbon comes out once a year. It's for the founder. I forgot his whole name, but every September, Old Forester releases a birthday bourbon. And I tracked down a bottle from 2018 when my son was born. I'm going to get a bottle from this year when my daughter was born. And when they turn 21, I'm planning on saving those bottles until they become 21. And then I'm going to drink it with them too. So Milwaukee P, hey, I do what I can. I'm going to be honest with you. Tell my nieces and nephews that I'm enjoying a cigar. Smoking is what they think cigarettes is. Enjoying is their own thing. And call sticks anymore because I hate that word, man. Now, Danny knows that too because me and Danny have been talking about that a while. Like, I hate the word sticks, but it's not something I'm going to ever correct anybody. I don't care enough if I hear people say it. It doesn't. But at the same time, if you've been watching me long enough, if you could find where I refer to a cigar as a stick, I probably will send you a cash app. I just I hate calling them that. I just, for whatever reason, so that's why Danny's laughing. But where'd you get the Amazon? CCAM Black Line Luxuries had them last time I checked. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that, but they did have some. Type that name in. My boy Caesar and Robert are awesome. But y'all haven't had a chance. You said let's start to pick cigars. I ain't got to that level where I let them pick my cigars from yet. So, but if that's what's gonna make it better, then you gotta do what you gotta do. Haven't had a chance to smoke the Amazon Basin. Been doing my Googles like Uncle Lee Mac says, but so far no luck. I want to say Black Line had some, but don't misquote me on that because y'all have 1,000 messages over to James, and I'll be getting a call tomorrow. So the Smoking Lead. I appreciate that too, Jason. Definitely good brothers. I hung out with them at Caesar's B-Day party recently. And that's always a good thing too. Those are some good guys. I'm looking forward to meeting them. Best pound for pound cigar brand, Padron, Fuente, Cohiba. That's gonna be really hard, man. Padron is up there for me, pound for pound though. Like it's hard. It's gonna be hard to say. Some days I might say Padron, some days I might say Aganorsa. And I'll say Aganorsa in umbrella because a lot of I might say Aganorsa because I would say a lot of the cigars I really enjoy have Aganorsa tobacco in there, like HVC, like Illusione, Foundation, some Viajes, not all, but there's so much Aganorsa tobacco in cigars that you guys wouldn't believe. And So I probably would say if I had to smoke one brand for the rest of my life, it probably would be Aganorsa. Padron maybe would be right there too. It's close, man. I don't know. Padron. I get Padron. You gotta give the love to Padron though, just because the consistency, and that's one. I think that's one of the few companies I've never had a bad draw from a Padron. I think I've heard 2 or 3 people ever say that they had a bad Padron, but Oxan Padron, I would say it's gonna be Padron or Aganorsa. It's gonna be one of those. I need some. If I'm gonna smoke some every day, I gotta have some power though. Ron, I noticed you're into fragrances. Do you know of Nasamanto or Diaz Sadura? I don't, man. You have to school me on that. Today, the fragrance of the day was Pasha by Cartier. Pasha Parfum. That's what I wore today. It was a windy day, cool day. Even though it was a summer day, it was a nice, cool day. So I wanted to wear a little bit of a heavier fragrance. My wife hates it, but I don't care. I wear stuff that I like. So I wore the Pasha Parfum today. It was a very good cigar. I like a lot of timeless fragrances. A lot of vetiver, a lot of neroli, a lot of patchouli. I like older. I like classic scents. I like some sweeter stuff too. I like tonka. I like stuff like that. I like a little bit of everything. The only notes that I don't like particularly, unless it's blended really well, is like leather. But also one of my favorite cooler weather fragrances is Armani Code Absolute, which has leather in it too, but it's not overdone. It's a very nice balance. But I would say I like a lot of timeless stuff. So, what do I think about Drew Estate Factory smokes? I'm not even gonna say anything. I just do a thumbs down. Not good. For the money, you can get better stuff, in my opinion. I like some Drew Estate stuff, but some people like them. I'm not trying to rain on people that like them, but if you're asking me, what do I think about them? I'm gonna spend the extra $2 or $3 and grab another cigar that I will really, really like. I'd rather spend $5 on a cigar I really, really enjoy, rather than to spend $2.50 or $3 on a cigar that's just okay. That's just how I think. I'm not a budget smoker. I'm comfortable in saying it. There is nothing wrong with being a budget smoker. Everybody has their own lane. Some guys don't smoke nothing less than $30. I know some guys that they smoke 4 or 5 times a month and all they smoke is Davidoff. They ain't smoking Padron, Opus X. All they smoke is Davidoff. That's cool. That being said, I'm not a budget cigar smoker. Nothing wrong with that. Cowboy does a fantastic series called Ballin' on the Budget. And quite honestly, quite a few of the cigars that he's reviewed, I smoked and I think they're great cigars. Me personally, I grab more. I'm more in that $8 to $12, $13. That's where I normally float around every day. But you got to keep in mind, I'm smoking probably 3 to 5 cigars a day. It's done went down since my daughter was born, but it's done went down. But now, which I guess can kind of equate to me being able to smoke a little bit more expensive since I'm smoking less cigars. But I usually float between $8 to $12, $13. That's usually a daily smoker for me, in my opinion. So we're gonna see, Keelan. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. They playing good. I'm a Lakers fan, but I like to see the home team doing good. Favorite sun grown? Ooh. Hard to say. I'll have to think about that. We're gonna have to get on another live. I'm gonna have to think about that and come back and get to you on that one. Saw Amazon's on the black line earlier today in a sampler pack. So Prudence is letting you know. Like I said, I know they had them. I just didn't want to misquote and then have people going over there, and then me getting a phone call tomorrow from James like, man, all these people coming at me for Amazon, but we ain't got none. So, but I know at one point they had some. They definitely had some, and Prudence is confirming that they had some in sampler pack. So. There you go again. Hey, never had a bad Patron. I love, me and you. I'm right there with you on Padron, but Aganorsa is up there with them as far as I am concerned too, because I will say I will always reward for Padron for consistency and just the quality that they are able to exemplify. Same thing with Davidoff, even though they're a little bit more mild. I got to give them credit for their construction and what they're able to put out. But as far as just different flavor mixtures and profiles, Aganorsa's up there for me too. Those are probably gonna be the two high ones. But you know how I feel about Padron. Y'all know how I am about Padron. I feel like I don't review them a lot because that's an easy review. That's an easy review. It's just easier for me, for the people that are watching, to just tell you guys, hey, if you see a Padron Family Reserve, smoke the cigar. Just smoke it. You are the Kevin Samuels of the cigar community with Fred. No, I ain't that good yet, Fred. I just got into it probably about 6-7 months ago. I've worn cologne before, but I just really started getting into it about that long ago. If you guys want to follow somebody that's if you guys want to follow an underrated fragrance channel, follow my brother Rob at Fragrance Journey 01. He's another local guy. Just look up on YouTube, Fragrance Journey 01. Dude's collection is crazy. His what we would equate to a palette. His nose is crazy. Dude has some crazy expensive, crazy good quality colognes, and he's helped me out tremendously in it too. So he's trying to help me with fragrances. I'm trying to help him with cologne. So that's what it's all about, just kind of mixing, crossing over, and meeting good people. Letting you guys know too, the 20th is cool. Nothing remarkable. This ain't up, in my opinion, this ain't up a Padron. Or hell, this ain't even a Supreme Leaf Robusto or Toro, honestly. Sorry for your Lakers fan. My early condolences. Hey, it is what it is. AD's over there soft as Charmin, boy. Need my Hawks and Lakers to do well. Definitely, man. Shout out to Cowboy. Padron. I found Aganorsa as a cigar on its own is overrated in my opinion. And you know, and that's fair. Like I said, we all have our own opinions. I think some stuff is overrated too that some people love. That's the beauty of it all. That's the beauty of it all. We all have the stuff that we like, we don't like. You know, my job, and that's why I feel like for me now, my job is not to really combat if somebody feels like something is overrated or underrated or whatever. My job, I want to feel like I want to try to do an educational thing and then give you guys honest, clear cut, precise review, or not even reviews, but just information on whatever said cigar that I'm reviewing. So, thoughts on Brian Glenn? I don't really have a real opinion on him. I don't really know him, and I think like everybody else for the most part, we all started out by watching him because he's pretty much the grandfather of the cigar reviews. But honestly, I don't watch a lot of his content, so I can't really give you I think he's great or I think he's bad kind of deal. And not that my opinion on that really matters to him, as it shouldn't. But I don't watch in Lee. I mean, I don't watch a lot of him, so I don't know. For me, a lot of stuff that I'm watching now, if especially if it's really big channels, I don't watch a lot of reviews unless it's a particular cigar that I'm interested in. I don't watch a lot of random reviews. Because for me, and it's just my personal opinion, a lot, and not even just targeting him. I'm not saying anything about Brian Glenn, but a lot of people aren't very interesting to me. So that being said, it's just, and then a lot of people, they make their videos too damn long, man. So it's just hard to watch a 20 or 30 minute long video when the person's already not really interested. So I don't watch a lot of it. I love Aganorsa. You turn me on to them, but Padrons are user-friendly, dry, cracked, twisted, whatever. They always perform. And that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. You pick up a Padron, it almost don't matter if the shop or whatever don't take care of them right. Padron is just, I don't know, man. I hate. It's on another level. I know Unc in the building too, but. Well, Uncle, and me and Unc talked about this a lot. And what he will always tell you, Padron might not be my favorite cigars, but I know what I'm getting when I pick it up, and the consistency is always there. And consistency is to be rewarded. Even for me, you guys know I'm not a huge Davidoff guy, but I'm not finna shy away from them being a very, very consistent company. They just very consistent. Started in October, so I follow you and Lee Mac reviews to season my palate. Truth of the matter is, you and Black Line have opened my eyes to so many new cigars that I would never try. I'm so grateful And that's the point that we're trying to make. I think sometimes people get so caught up in being in a club and figuring that they're going to get certain name brands, which is cool because you'll get the certain name brands for what we're doing. But I also, like, again, I want to do educational, and I take pride in putting people on cigars that they didn't know about or overlooked, and they like them now. That I take more pride in somebody saying, hey, never would have picked up an HVC Serie A. I like HVC, but the band looks cheesy. But I smoked it and think it's a great cigar. For me, I take more pride in it. So I'm glad to hear that, and that's what we are here for. Just like I said, again, we might not have the best palates in the world, but I think with the integrity and the honesty comes something that you feel like you can trust. So that's huge. Ron, you like Early Times Bottle and Bun. It's one of my favorite. I've had it before. It's not one of my favorites, but I can drink it. Brian Show's got to be redundant in his arrogance, man. I can only comment on some stuff I've seen in the past. I would agree with you on the stuff I've seen in the past. It seems a little bit arrogant, but I've been around for almost 2 years, and it's been like I said, other than certain cigars that I'm particularly interested in, something I may have already reviewed, and I might want to see what he thinks of the cigar, or something I haven't smoked yet, or something I'm interested in. I'll watch, but yeah, I just don't watch I don't watch a lot of him. I'm fucking with Southern Draw lately. I like their consistency. Southern Draw is good. So the consistency is going to come from AJ Fernandez, Keelan. Robert Holt is blending a lot of his cigars with Tabacalera AJ Fernandez. So that's not that. If you're familiar with AJ Fernandez, shouldn't be a surprise. Draw and consistency, construction is always going to be on point with AJ, even if you don't like his cigars. No Ox here, Cowboy, Lee Mack, they're all here. They all are really big AJ guys. AJ's hit or miss for me. When he makes some stuff that I like, I really, really like it, i.e. the H-Up and 175th Anniversary, great cigar. Some stuff he made. I like the New World Cameroon, some other stuff he makes diesel stuff or something. Just ain't for me. Just not a real big fan. LFD is an overlooked cigar snob. LFD is a very overlooked brand because we as smokers are our own worst enemy sometimes. We always are looking for what's new, what's the newest company. So a lot of times we'll overlook companies that have been around for 20 plus years, putting in work, great cigars. So that's my job, to come in and reintroduce you to LFD Chapter 2 or a Cappuccino 2 or Chapter 1, a Cameroon or a LFD Cameroon Cabinet, Tatuaje Triumphador, Tatuaje Black Label, My Father, Lee Bijou, some stuff that's been out for 4 or 5 years that the person that's only been smoking for a year or two, they're going to overlook it because they're so caught up in what's new. So that's what my job is. Ted, what's going on, family? Supremely very hard to find, C-Cam. But as an Opus X smoker, I can't talk people always shitting on my Opus. And this is another one, man. It's an okay cigar. It's not a bad cigar. Is it worth $35 in my opinion? Nowhere close. Give me a Davidoff any day of the week. But it's not a bad cigar. And like I said earlier, will this stop me from buying 1 or 2 a year? No, I'll still buy them and just smoke 1 or 2 a year. What Keelan say? Because I think me and Keelan gonna be on the same boat. Because Ox saying it's blasphemous. AJ Fernandez is a hit or miss for me too. Yeah, he hit or miss, fam. He hit or miss. Everything ain't fire. Now you know how you feel about Padron. AJ ain't up there with Jorge Padron and them. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say that right now. AJ Cameroon is a very good cigar. That's a very good cigar. That 175th is a good cigar. There's a cigar, like I mentioned before, too, for anybody that wants to do some Googles or do some homework. Look up the AJ Fernandez La Granyave. Find that cigar, buy that cigar, smoke that cigar, and tell me about it. The La Granyave. It came out about 4 or 5 years ago. Made by AJ Fernandez. Very good cigar, in my opinion. I would like to hear y'all's feedback. I think you could still find them in places if you are looking in the right spots. Had my first bull yesterday, no transitions, but the one thing it did was really pleasant. I didn't have the original, so I don't have a reference, but it was my first LFD and has me excited to try more. So Yeah, you hit it on the head. I think the blend changed after they won Cigar of the Year. I don't think they were able to keep up with demand, in my personal opinion. If that excited you enough, I would say definitely try the Cameroon cabinet. Try the cabinet Maduro #5. It doesn't have a band on it. Very dark, oily wrapper. Try the Chapter 1, the Capuchulo 2, Colorado Oscuro, which Danny, my spring sampler, has the LFD Colorado Oscuro in it, just to FYI again, too. That cigar features that cigar. It features the La Historia by E.P. Carrillo, if anybody's looking for a very good representation of Mexican San Andreas wrapper. Has an Illusione Ultra #3, which is one of my favorite cigars. Just very well-rounded grouping that I pieced together for spring. Of course, we're still going to be doing the summer showdown, so y'all be on the lookout for that. I just started. I did my research. I went back 10 years and looked at everyone's top 20 and evenly makes worst list. And that's what you should do, because a lot of those cigars, people are not going to be talking about because everybody's trying to figure out what's new, what's new. Chris, we got an even better one. We got an even better one paired for this year, and we got an extra special gift for this year's sampler too. I'm laughing at Og, man. He's almost subscribed. He has more hits than misses. Hey, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. AJ ain't no Luther. He more like, I don't know, man. Who got more misses than hits? I ain't gonna dog him out and say no. I ain't gonna dog him out like this. I don't know. He ain't no Marvin Gaye. He ain't no Luther. Sin Compromiso is a good cigar. All right, Fred, take care, man. Have you tried the photo tipo? No, I don't think so. I don't think so, Cigar Snob. If you're looking for a very mild cigar, if you like delicate flavors, light nuances, this has a lot of wood, like in cedar, little light cream, like it's hey, this is what you're looking for. This is not a very powerful cigar. It's good. And if you're looking for pretty, I had to try to catch it up, but I'm not gonna fault that on the cigar. That's probably me. But good construction, good draw. Hard to recommend a $35 cigar. This is $35 though. Man, y'all asked some more. Yeah, this is the second time do you like Provada Club cigars? I'm not in Provada Club, never have been. I smoked all. What I will say is I smoked every LCA release they have. I usually at least grab one and smoke one. Some I have liked a lot. Some I have thought were overrated. But you know, that's kind of what every brand. Same thing with Aganorsa or whoever. Some cigars I really like. Some I don't. But I'm not in the club, so I don't get a chance to smoke the club cigars. If y'all want to start sending me the club cigars to smoke them, you're more than welcome to. He has a lot of blends, but just a lot. Yeah, so it's the same thing, kind of like Rocky Patel and stuff. It's like Rocky got about 5 or 6 bangers. He got some really good cigars, but then he got about 40 misses. Man, we're gonna start calling AJ Millie Vanilli. That's what we're gonna call him. Oh man. Oh man. Keelan, what's good? He said, I think Provada is your direct competition right now. And so, you know, you can look at it that way, Keelan, but for me, I feel like we do two different things. That might be the next best thing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe me and might try to get me and Brian on a live stream one day, and we might have a little debate or something like that. I might try to reach out to him and see if we could do a debate or something like that. But I feel like we do different things. He's, like I said earlier, he's more focused on rare limited age cigars, where he's trying to target a different crowd and giving them, he's giving a crowd an experience where they don't mind smoking something that they might perceive as great one time, where I don't go through that model. I want the cigar that's great that you feel like you could buy a box of or you could buy a 5-pack of or whatever. So I think we do different things. I think he has some other direct competition that I won't name, but he would probably agree with me too. I think that he ain't competing with us. Between that cigar you're smoking and the Bombay that was in the club, the Bombay for sure, and at a third of the cost. I'm not even playing, man. I don't understand this. Maybe people might say something's wrong with me. I don't know, and maybe it might be the wine, but y'all know me, man. Y'all know I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like it's not bad. It ain't a bad cigar. It's like the Cohiba Series M. It's bad at $30 though. I can't co-sign this. After whatever month it was that had the tea in it, I have bought 2 boxes from. So the tea, that was the second month, Chris. That was the Maduro tea that was in August of 2020. That's crazy. It'll be June, and then next month we've been running the club for a year. That's crazy. Yeah, Danny, for sure. I think we're both doing different things. For me, so like you look at it too, like Provada has their like farm roll and they do all their different kind of stuff. Like we're targeting a different crowd. We're not going after the same crowd that Provada's going after. AMR was going on, wasn't there to display BLL on a certain cigar that hasn't been released yet. Yeah. You already know how I feel about that. I said that publicly a couple weeks ago. Like I said, I don't care if y'all call me a hater or not. That I wasn't impressed with that one. Not with that one. Like I said before, I smoked some releases that I thought were very good, and then I smoked some that I just was like, mm-mm. Now, and I mentioned this on another live stream. I still got a couple of those left. The Death Bucket 2. I would have probably put that in it probably would have made my top 5 cigars last year, but it was just such a limited, it was even more limited than a lot of the cigars that were featured in the list that it just would have been impossible to find it. So I was like, hey, it's no point really putting it, but that's one of the better cigars I had in 2020 for sure. That was probably honestly a top 5 cigar I had in 2020. And then doing the research, you find out that the factory for Hoya de Nicaragua rolled in this, like it makes sense. Love the Cuatro Cinco. Love the Cinco de Cades. The only cigar that I like or don't like that they really do is the Numero Uno, which a lot of people love. I smoked it probably 40 times. Never. It's like this. It's a decent cigar, but I don't get the price point on it. But issue with Brian is that every cigar he put, every single is his favorite. He's just a salesperson. You know, like I said, y'all might have to start a hashtag or something, man. I'll go over on his platform. He can come over on here, and that might be for a good video or a good talk. Me and Brian can get on a live stream and debate about things. So maybe we might bring Brian out of his shell a little bit and try to get him open and talking about some stuff. You already know you already know you family, man. You already know it's an open platform over here. You already know that. Cause you already I ain't saying I ain't got love for AJ. And then I'll tell you another reason why I like AJ Fernandez too. So when I first started watching cigar content, Stogie TV, Tobacco Kennedy, a guy based down in Miami, he's still rolling with AJ Fernandez. So for me, when I saw a company that was willing to give a black guy some kind of lead way or some kind of insight into the industry, I have nothing but respect for AJ Fernandez. I don't like all of his cigars, but at the end of the day, I still respect him and I respect him as a businessman. And when I saw that he was messing with Tobacco Kennedy, yeah, for sure. For sure. Still have the tea, still have that tea in Cello Rusty Dark too. How much age did it have before it came to us? Milwaukee, people don't quote me on that, but I'm sure it probably was at least a couple of years. You know what? At the time that you got that cigar, the club was so new and it was so few members. James and Nick got so much stuff hidden in that humidor, and trust me, I've been there and I've seen it. They have so much stuff hidden in that humidor. I wouldn't be surprised if that cigar was an original run. I would not be surprised in the least bit. And we're gonna take calls, bro. We're going to have to face the Hey, so what's gonna happen? we're gonna set it up, man. Maybe maybe I might need to come on your platform. Well, that's fine. You already know me, man. Shit, we're gonna talk to them people how we talk to them. If they gonna get what they get, and I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get. It was the hot cake HBC I was looking at. I like one size out of 4 or 5 sizes that it's come out in. DB2 didn't wow me when I first had it. After a few months, it smoked like an entirely different cigar, and I really enjoyed it. That's happening a lot lately now that I've been storing them a lot. And so, Danny, the problem is, I think a lot of reviewers and a lot of people have been kind of talking about it. I think a lot of stuff is being rushed out. It's being just pushed out without, if you would have been smoking 3-4 years ago, stuff would have been sitting and then properly aged and then released. Where I feel like the pandemic and a lot of stuff happened, it's making people rush stuff out. So I'm not surprised to hear you let it sit for a little bit and then it came back and became better. I thought it was pretty good when it came out, but like I said, everybody's different. I like a lot of Caldwell's old cigars. I like the Long Live the King is Dead. My favorite Mad Mofo, I like those. Probably my favorite Caldwell cigar is the Cream Crush, Eastern Standard Cream Crush, which is a Churchill size. Fantastic cigar. I remember Caldwell, and I remember thinking Caldwell was out of his ever-loving mind when I first started smoking. Here I am coming into a humidor, and I'm looking at all these cigars from $8 to $10, $11, and now all of a sudden you have a Caldwell cigar, 15, 16. I said, man, the hell make this dude's cigar so much better? But a lot of his older blends for me were really, really good, and then I started smoking a lot of the newer stuff. He did his partnership with Christian Arroyo with Wynwood Hills. Great, those were great cigars. The Deranged, Unhinged, Mayhem, I like those. But a lot of his newer stuff, the Lost and Found series, me personally, I don't think it's worth the. Great cause cigars don't match the cause, in my opinion. I did try the chocolate cake. I didn't like it. The only HBC hot cake I like is the Liguito number 4, which is a Robusto size. I did not like the Corona Gorda. Did not like the Toro size. Did not like the chocolate cake. Did not. Thought they were very unbalanced and very just. And this is coming from a guy that likes spicy cigars. I just thought they were very unbalanced. Danny, now nobody will ever deny you that Caldwell definitely has some of the strangest, most craziest stories you probably will ever hear, especially in the cigar industry. He definitely has that. I would say probably loosely the most 2 interesting people may be him and Matt Booth probably in the cigar industry. Those are probably 2 people that you could just pull up to or run into them in a McDonald's or something and start talking to them and you ain't no telling what you're going to hear. The Savage was a decent cigar. It was decent. I think Caldwell he started losing his bearings a little bit when the Anastasia first came out because that Churchill was like $18 or something. I was like, why are you charging so much for this, man? And then I finally broke down and smoked one, and I'm like, why are you charging so much for this, man? Like, what are you doing? Tabernacle's I like the original Tabernacle. I'm not a very big Red Label fan. The Havana Seed Connecticut or Havana Seed, yeah. That's the one that everybody loves. That's the one I'm not really big on. I had someone let me try a gimmick cigar called the Peruvian Puro, and it was on the earthy, grassy flavor to it. See, and that's why I don't really like Candela. I don't like that grassiness. Facts. The only Lost and Found cigar I've smoked that I would say I'd smoke again willingly or buy the bundle of it was the original pepper cream soda. And even then, I've heard people, I like it, but I've heard people say, But some of these other cigars, I smoked the Scooby Snag, some of this other stuff, I'm like, these just aren't that good, man. These just aren't that good. HBC should be coming out with a 10th anniversary cigar. You'll probably be hearing about it here shortly. Martin, you'll probably be hearing about the HBC. He did disclose that he's going to do a 500th anniversary in a Lancero. They got me really, really excited. So we got a 10th anniversary coming out. HVC 500 Lancero and a Black Friday. The Black Friday, I always look forward to them. I don't care if it was a 6x56 or 6x58. If it's a Black Friday, I'm going to be on it. So I know he's going to be doing that too. Yeah, the pan caliente to me was better than the hot cake. Yeah, he's doing a Lancero in the 500, which I'm really excited about. So, but shit, man, it's 12:30 my time, man. So y'all late, man. I appreciate all y'all. Still got 50 in the chat. Finish up this wine. Finish up this good but overrated Opus X 20th anniversary. Take me a shower, lay down. Who knows, man? I might. You guys, y'all know how I am by now. You never know. I might pop up tomorrow. I may pop up in a week or two. Who knows? We did do some recording the other day, so we got some new videos that'll be coming out at some point. Don't want to give you guys a time frame. We just kind of taking stuff as we go. But again, I want to give a shout out to Danny. Appreciate that donation, brother. Shout out to all my Patreons out there. Shout out to all the supporters. Shout out to all y'all that had y'all's bells on. Yeah, man, we got some stuff planned, man. We got some big stuff planned. Of course, I'll be doing the live unboxing of Black Line Luxuries June edition coming out. Probably be doing the unboxing of the first month of the Black Line Select, which I'll probably end up doing because it's the first month, just to show you guys what it is. That way, if people do end up dropping out, maybe you guys will be interested in that as well too. A lot of big stuff planned. Trying to think if there's anything else going on. Got our 1-year anniversary coming up next month too, which should be crazy. So, but I just want to definitely tell you guys, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all have been catastrophic in my success, what I'm doing. All right, we're gonna get in touch, man. We're gonna figure out how to do this live stream where people could call in. Again, I know there's some Provada people in here too. Maybe reach out to Brian. Might try to figure out. We try to get a date set up where we could do a live stream and talk and debate and talk about cigars or something like that. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. And on that note, man, I guess I'm gonna sit back, enjoy my wine, finish up this little bit of this overrated cigar, and videos coming out soon. On that note, man, y'all know the name of the game is relaxation and enjoyment. Don't forget to be driven, never motivated. Y'all be good. Love y'all. Y'all be good.